Hello and welcome to another art stream. I'm going to be doing some more art challenges, so yeah, let's get to work. You know what I realized? I think no. Hang on. No. Yeah, I thought that was weird. There we go. I was always wondering why my fat head was in the way. Now I know why, because it was set up wrong. See? Do, 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 do. Yippee! Let's go, Friday! Let's do some, I'm gonna do some drawings first, and then I'm gonna work on some of the prompts. So. I think I'm gonna find some. Okay. Nice. And where's my stuff? Oh, there it is. My glove. Glove and pen. Okie dokie. Let's go. Let's do some different. Guess we'll start this drawing in this color. Why not? You know, I don't have to be the same, just black line work. This is just some some figure drawing model drawing, pose drawing while I wait for people to come in. Oops. Oh, good, it's still doing this. Sorry, everyone. I forgot to restart. I guess I have to restart the whole system sometimes when this happens, because maybe that's, I don't know. But whatever. Whatever. Do do do. Do 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 do. I hope everyone's had a good week. It was okay. Other than the whole, like, you know. Well, actually, never mind. It was terrible. No, I was kidding. I just reminded myself that I had that dumb thing where, like, my internet went down, and because the modem was weird, so that was annoying. But at least it was resolved. So you know. Oh well. At least we got it resolved. So now you get me 2 days in a row. You're welcome. Just kidding. Yeah. Dude, this is terrible. Sorry. That one was bad. But it's okay. Still warming up. It's wrong already. Sorry, just start this one over again because I did it wrong. Kinda, a little. Honestly, I probably didn't need to delete it all, but that's okay. I usually like to draw the whole torso and the hips because that usually helps. Because that's too high. I did that again. Foot's down here. Bum 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 bum. Tired. I'm gonna draw today, I swear. I'm not gonna give up. Just need more caffeine. Oh no, am I already low? Nope, I'm not. Good. Caffeine. Oh yeah, I still have that too, I forgot. Okay. Dun 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 dun. This might be a good pose for one of the Fae folk. So I'm gonna save this one. Oops. Oh wait, maybe it'll let me update this time instead of being annoying. Maybe. Sorry. It's trying to be a pest. Here we go. What? Okay. Weird. I have no idea what it did, but I'm sure it's good. Somehow. Okay. Sorry, just found a few more. Do do do. Oh, that's a cool hand. Sorry. It's where I'll get to work. I promise. So yell. Dude, oops, I already have that one. Okay, back to drawing. Guys, what are you doing? Okay, whatever. It's being a pest. Whoops. Oh, never mind. I was on the wrong screen. There we go. Okay, one sec. Back to work. Excuse. Dun, 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 dun. Nothing. Hello. Hope you had a good day. That day was okay. At least the weather was alright today, so tomorrow it's going to be very cold, but driving today wasn't too bad, so. Oops. And yes, it's still doing that, so sorry. Still skipping whenever I accidentally hit the undo button. So, yay. Yeah. Just starting with some figure drawing first, or no, just pose drawing, I should say. Figure drawing is really more when you're using an actual model. So. Oh, good. Well, that sounds like a nice day. I mean, hopefully you want it to be in bed and it wasn't like one of those feeling lousy and have to stay in bed days, because those are no good. I've had those too. So, I hope it was a choice. It's good to hear it's all right though. Yeah. Yeah, there was just like, it was a pretty quiet day. Like right when I was heading home, apparently there was like, I was most of the way home, and then I suddenly got hit by traffic, and all of a sudden like there's just like like once on my street, like right near my where you turn into my apartment. It's just like, oh cool, there's an accident. Cool, I have to maneuver around this. Great. It's like, oh well, but I couldn't tell what happened. It didn't look too serious though, so I think it was just a fender bender. So I don't think nothing too serious. Oops. I just watched the first episode of Free Ren before I got on today, because they have the dub for the first episode is out, so I can watch it in English. It's just one of those shows I kind of like to watch in English a little more. Certain ones I like to watch with subtitles, but that one I just really like the voice actors. Oh yeah, I'm sure they're all the people are okay though. I just saw a tow truck. I didn't see any ambulances, so I think everyone was okay. But yeah, mostly just watching that and looking. I'm gonna try and make hopefully make some final adjustments to the VTuber model, and I'm hoping to, because I have the hair to do. I have a few little animation things to do, but I think I should be able to get them all done this weekend. I hope, because I want to try to put them in VTube Studio. Because It'd be nice to. I'd never used that either, so who knows how. I mean, I can't guarantee it's going to be like an easy trend to even use VTube Studio, because I never used that either. So I hope it's not as tough of a learning curve as Live 2D, but we'll see. There's a lot of tutorials for it as well, so maybe I'll be all right. This is kind of very rough. Sorry about this. But I do like this pen, actually. It's got a nice sketchy feel to it. I like that for initial sketches, to have that nice scratchiness to it. Because then you can just draw on top of it. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of work to learn the new. It's an entirely like, especially when I'm not coming from a like animator background necessarily. Like I'm more of a, I mean, I'm an illustrator, so like that means I it was easy to do. It was easier to draw my model than it was to like rigging it has been quite difficult, because I'm trying to figure out like what it means when I choose to like play around the parameters. Like that might be more obvious to someone with more programming kind of knowledge, but for me it was kind of like my head hurt every time I thought about it, and I'm starting to understand it better now though. Like it's starting to make more sense. I think the problem was I also kind of like, because I did it over time, I kind of set up a lot of the parameters incorrectly, and it definitely affected my workflow. I didn't realize how much it would. Like I kind of like really pushed myself to learn how to animate how to use it for the just the head. Like when I was working on the head, it was like I like pushed myself and like really tried to finish the mouth and all that stuff, and I did. But I think if I had taken more time and understood the software better, I would have had less conflicts with that, where like figuring out how like, hard to even describe it, if I understood it better in English or any language. Essentially you're trying to like make the shape with vectors, but you're going to be hiding spots of the shape as well. It's weird. Like when you're drawing the mouth, you're always the mouth entirely open is always there, but you're hiding the majority of it, is I guess the best way to describe it, with a mask. Which is just like an invisible like line that you can't see that kind of like traces a shape. So yeah, I didn't really understand how to do those when I first started, and I do understand them better now. So the final thing I probably will do on that model is go back and check the mouth and make sure that that everything's good, because it looked good last time I checked it a few months, like earlier this month, but I want to do like a final like pass. Plus, it'll be interesting seeing it actually in VTube Studio. It is, I think. Some people, actually no, I've never heard someone say it's easy. I've only heard people say like there's just different levels of difficulty, really. Like I choose to make, my problem is I kind of chose to make a tough model first. Like my guy, this guy in the corner here, he's not your typical little like anime person. He's very stylized in my style, and like I didn't change him into an anime character when I made him a VTuber. He still looks like this, so and I'm happy about that. I didn't want to change him, so it was a lot to like try to figure out how to do that. Fortunately, I do know a couple VTubers who have done it too, and they also didn't like give up. They made their own. They used their art style too. So I've been studying their stuff, their model, and yeah, it's just really cool having people that you can look to for inspiration. Because hers has got this awesome like green hair, and she's so expressive. I'm hoping that mine will be that expressive. In fact, that's kind of my goal. It's because I'm a little nervous about VTube Studio and the face capture making me look bored. Yeah, I think so too. I think it is. It's nice having a style that is kind of your own. But I'm very inspired by those. But it's kind of like that and Disney. This one's coming out good though. I like this. This pose came out nice. I usually don't draw like this kind of twist in the back. But I like it. Sorry, I just was really happy. It's rare that I do like a practice drawing and actually like it this much. So I might save this for something. But, yeah, no, I put a lot of thought into this character, and it was kind of like I'm like drawing the and coming up with the story. I still might like refine that more, but like the design itself was very carefully thought out. It wasn't just like me being like what looks what would look the coolest and the most like over the top. It's like more like what would a character like this look like because of like being trapped in the fairy realm, and like how would it affect his body, and like trying to come up with a fun way to do that, and also like putting a little bit of my own story into it with like my shoulder injury being the arm that turns into the being the dragon arm was on purpose. Kind of little wish fulfillment there. It's like get rid of this weak arm and get a dragon arm. She's doing this, but it's crazy. Oh wait, no, I got the link wrong. That's why. Sorry, thinking out loud. Yeah, I've always been really inspired by like Bruce Timm, Mike Mignola, Alpha, and for like historical artists, I'd say like N.C. Wyeth, Monet for color, and like oh, what was the other one? Oh, and Alphonse Mucha. Oh, the little fellow is... yeah, that's a get... I redeemed that from a friend. With her, one sec. How do I always... Oh, cool. Ooh, so new art. Sorry. It's from, yeah, Lear. Gosh. Why is she... Oh, yeah, Lyra B. Lyra B art. Yeah. Her, she has a channel where she's like a VTuber artist, and she's done like also like art for like she does like commission art. And just a really nice person, and like I really got into her channel and like on Twitch, and yeah, it's really fun. Like she got me into like Path of Exiles, and that game's fun. But because I do love those kind of like top-down games sometimes, like the Diablo kind of looking games. But let's draw a male model next, because I did one, but I want to do another one. But yeah, you can, if you go to her channel, she can do like and you have a character, she'll do a drawing of it like that. She changed my tail, obviously, but that's okay. I don't mind. I like when people have different renditions of my character. It's kind of cool. Let's do a male character pose. Oops. Okay, well, it's at the beginning of the song, so it doesn't matter. You should, yeah. Just not right now. Or lurk, but don't go. Please don't leave. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, it's a different kind of. Her work's different, and that's why I like it. I like checking out people with a different style, so I can learn from them, and she's really, and plus she's been a big help with like just advice on my VTuber model. Like she does them all the time, so she's very knowledgeable in like the especially when it comes to like, she's the perfect person for me to talk to, because like has more knowledge on like the startup kind of look that I want, like, because there's more advanced things you can do, and she knows about that too. But like for now, it's just nice having someone where I can just like ask her just the dumb questions, like, why isn't this working? Like, why is the model broken again? The animations keep being terrible. Why? Don't know why I chose this pose. I just kind of was like, I don't usually do seated poses, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a character who is sitting down. Just almost on a separate layer. This feels weird. There. I'd say keep working on your art skills, and your art style will be like, is what you hammer out of those is the best way to describe it. I'm sure you probably heard that before, but yeah, your art style is really just like you taking all of your inspirations and applying them into your art. Like, I love Paul Dini and like all those people. I already said all that, yeah. But it's really just refining all that down to how you communicate your art, and your style might change a couple times. Like, I've seen some artists that have like 2 to 3 styles they bounce between depending on what kind of work they're doing. Like I've seen some child book illustrators that also have like a very like realistic art style sometimes. So it's totally okay if you have a couple. And it's always good to try and like step outside of like things you're comfortable drawing. Like that's what I've been trying to do here and there on my art channel, like drawing animals, drawing characters from other things that I normally wouldn't go into, like certain anime or something, but like trying to draw them in my style. So, hang on one second, and then I'll be right back. Just need to get some water. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, it's all about like just trying to find what your That's cool. Yeah, like Glenn Keane is really good. He'd be a good one to look into if you like cartoonish. Um, yeah, like and like early Disney artists were really good. Like I mean, Glenn Keane is a Disney artist, but and he did like Pocahontas and he drew Ariel and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, which is one of my favorite character designs from Disney. Like Beast looks awesome. Such a cool design for like especially for a kids show, a kids movie. It's like you wouldn't think that someone would put that much work into a design, but he's like fur and everything is just so well animated. And then you have who else is there? Then you have things like Studio Trigger. Yeah, it was though. I love early Disney had like what was that other one? There's the artist that did Scar. I'm trying to remember what his name was, like Deja or I think it's Andrew Deja or something like that. I'm gonna see. I think that's his name. Andreas. Sorry, Andreas Deja. He's really, yeah, he goes back to like the Jungle Book because he did Shere Khan, which is another well animated character, and one of my favorite. What we were talking about yesterday with villains, Shere Khan is a really fun villain because he's very cruel, but he's also afraid, which makes him a very interesting villain because he sees Mowgli as a threat and someone that he hates at the same time. We'll do one more drawing and then we'll get to work. And then you have like what was it? Olive, man, I'm blanking on a lot of their names right now, but like there's so many that. I'm gonna do this just for fun. The 12 old men Disney. Let's see. 12 old men. Let's see. It'll give me all of them. Oh, here it is. Yeah, like John Mitchell Lonsbury, who did Fern Gully. No, he didn't. He did Pinocchio. He did Sleeping Beauty. Then you have like Les Clark, Wooly Reitherman. Milk Call is really good too. Milk Call, I think he made Maleficent. Right? Yeah, that's cool too. Yeah, right? Mark Davis. Man, these are all really good names. I'm going to keep this open so that I can check this out later. Oh, Ollie Johnson is the one I was trying to think of. He showed up in a couple movies. Like, they made references to him in a couple movies. Like, in, if you've ever seen The Iron Giant, he shows up as a character in that, like, on a bench. He's like an old man with another guy who's, I believe was Frank Thomas. Like, him and Frank were friends. And he also showed up in Incredibles, like, in the very beginning. So, yeah, they make several references to him because he did a lot. Like, he animated the genie in Aladdin, which another really fun character. I love that character is like the most true to Robin Williams that any character, animated or anything, could ever be. That's the only way to express how random Robin Williams was. Like, he was just like an explosive ball of energy that just was in all directions at once. And that character really represented him well. Oh, right. It's been same with me. After looking at that list, I realized I haven't watched some of those movies in a while. I uh, I have a couple of them on Blu-ray, and I need to just go back and watch physical movies again. I kind of miss it when you can, when like you own it. You know, it's like it's in your house and you you have the control over it. I kind of miss that feeling instead of it being on a computer or on a streaming service. Like, yeah. Yeah, I watched the cartoon too for Aladdin, and that was fun as well. Like, usually when something turns into a show for like a cartoon for TV, the budget goes down a lot. But I still thought that the Aladdin cartoon was really well animated too. I mean, it obviously had some limitations, but I thought overall it was really well done. Like, I like that they got to expand their adventures and went out into other countries, and they got some new villains that actually did show up in the movies. Because like, there's that one guy, I forget his name, but he was like a secondary villain in the second movie with Jafar, Return of Jafar, and he came from the show, so that was pretty cool. Oh, this would be fun to make. I'm gonna use this for my character for right now because this is a perfect pose for my guy. It's just too perfect. Yeah, that and Gargoyles were two shows I really that were like Disney's best shows. They've had a few good ones since then, but like I really liked the art style in Tangled, the TV show. I don't know if you ever saw that, but Genie in general just really fun. Like, he's just like this like really explosive character, and he's really. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't think they could get Robin Williams for the show though. I think they used the voice actor they had from the second movie, who actually was the voice of Homer Simpson. So. Yeah, yeah. Gargoyles had a really good art style too. Like I think like plus it. I was listening to this one YouTube channel that was talking about it, and the cool thing about the show as well is that like it was I mean it had a timeline in back in that day. Like what I mean is like you know how like some shows now have like Last Airbender where like things happen and they stick as part of the storyline, whereas like older cartoons like things would happen and then the next episode everyone's fine. But in Gargoyles, like if someone made a mistake in one episode, people would remember in the next episode, and they would remember for a while. Like there was some very serious like mistakes or serious things that happened in that show that like affected the characters a lot. So it's kind of fun seeing characters grow like that. Like they even had a an episode about firearm safety, which was surprising because usually like cartoons would be afraid to go near that, but like they did it really responsibly, and they just showed how important it is to be safe with in that kind of situation. So yeah, it was yeah, messing this up. um, so you know what I can do is this for now. I don't know. That's weird. I don't like that. I'll work on the horns in a second. There's, for some reason, they're just kind of complicated to do because of how they move. Yeah, because they're kind of like. Yeah. Well, that's why shows now shows like Gravity Falls are so much fun because you get these characters who have like they have arcs, like they remember things and then they have more added to their character, and then you kind of feel like you're moving through the story with them, like they're making mistakes and you understand why they're making the mistakes. That's a mess. I'll figure it out. I never really drew him from this angle, and this is something I need to work on for this character, is getting the horns in a 3D space. Oh, good. I love Gravity Falls. It'd be kind of cool if they. I keep hearing rumors they might do more. It'd be kind of cool. I think that what they should do probably is a comic, because although I did hear rumors of a new series, but it's hard to say. I mean, I think Alex Hirsch. I'm sure he would do more if he could, because I think he really liked that show. And I'm sure a lot of his artists would come back and work for him, like the oh, what's her name? She went on to do. I think she's the one that's she's working on that Glitch Studio show right now, where she's uh Knights of Guinevere. I think she would come back to work with him if he was working on Gravity Falls again, because they everyone on that team really liked that project a lot. Maybe he's not wearing the boot this time. Yeah, I'll just make him in regular shoes here. Or like a more beat up... Yeah, he'll be in a more beat up outfit here. Like a long coat. And then the other artist was I think she went on to do Amphibia, which I thought was good. My only complaint with either of those shows is not really a complaint. It's more that like they both kind of ended the same, but honestly, I like the characters in both. Like the villain in it's too early to say because there's only one episode. So I would say like I wouldn't rush. I mean I love the art. The art style is great. I need to see some more characters in the show before I can decide if I like it though. Cuz so far it's only a few characters and only 2 of them are like positive characters. So I need to see more characters before I say like if I like it, cuz if they're the only 2 good guys, I don't think it's a good show. But if they show more characters that are positive and are helping them out, then I'll like it. Because you know, I just don't like shows where I know that I know that they're a smaller team or whatever, but she should still have more than just like two girls as it. Like they can't just have the 2 girls as the heroes. They have to have more than that for me to like it. Because even like, I mean, even one more character would be good. Because like Over the Garden Wall was fun because it was 3 characters and then a bunch of fun side characters. But the 3 of them bouncing off of each other was interesting. Like if they had only had the brothers, it might not have been as good. But with her there as well, it actually added some more fun because Wart and her were constantly fighting with each other for the first part of the story. It's crazy that they got Elijah Wood for that. I don't know if you've seen that movie. I mean that series, but it's Over the Garden Wall is really good too, especially if you like Gravity Falls. I think you might like it because it's also got a kind of a mystery element to it. Yeah, let's get to work on the characters. I've been working on these warm-ups for long enough. But yeah, that was cool. Another. Ooh. Sorry, I just found like a whole image gallery for wizards and I'm excited. Okay, where's my list? Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. The nice thing about Over the Garden Wall is every episode is like 11 minutes, so you could burn through them pretty quick if you want, whenever you want. Like, I would say no rush, but yeah, no rush. Just you can, like I usually would just put it on. I've seen it so much that I could just have it on in the background and on loop. So, but it's fun. It's very interesting. Where did this list go? Huh. Sorry, I'm trying to find my list that I use. Oh, I have an idea. If this will let me. Guys. Sorry, 1 second. I just gotta fix this. Or just do this. Oh, here we go. Yeah. It is, though, isn't it? Procrastination is always an enemy. Like, oh, yay, someone's following me back. Nice. Is that you? No. Yeah, okay, here's my list. I think. Nope. Of course, the list I'm looking for is not here. But I think I remember some of them. Because there was... We were working on that bone one. And, trying to remember some of the other ones. There was like a sun and moon, I think. I think I can find out. 1 second. Come on, guys. You're hiding the best list from me. If I can remember what it looked like. Sorry, this will just take 1 sec. What's this? Oh, insect drawing. Interesting. That would be fun too. Well, that'd be kind of cool to turn those into fairies, actually. But I'll think about it. But that could be a secondary thing. Where is my list? Why isn't it here? I don't know. It's just so strange. Maybe it wasn't from this year. This is the... Nope. Well, I'll do some other ones today, I guess, and we can go back to that list on a different day. Today's the 6th. What's a glass? I'll look this one up. Glass dig. Glace. Ghost of Scottish It's a ghost from Scottish mythology. Greeden, also known as the Greeden Maiden. Half woman, half... Okay, so she's kind of like a fawn. Yeah, a fawn. Okay. Yeah, if she's okay, that's interesting. We can just have some fun with that, with like posing her kind of in ways where like maybe give her an extended form maybe. So she's kind of like got that like human shape, but she's bigger. Playing around with, it's fun to play around with like the human shape and try and like break the rules a little, but like still stick to it. Because like she's gonna have these underneath here. She's hiding the long kind of goat-like legs. So it's just kind of like this. So maybe she just has this really long dress, and then like the sun might be like kind of hinting at her form underneath it. Oops, that doesn't make sense. Gotta make everything going the same direction. The wind's gonna be blowing this way, so. Thank you. Yeah, I like to play around with human shape and not make everyone look the same. Because that's what my favorite Disney does, and other animated shows have done, where they play around with shape, like Ursula versus Maleficent. Like they're both really interesting villains, but like they both have very unique and fun forms. Or like Helga Sinclair from Atlantis: The Lost Empire. She had a very different form from either of them, but she's also very interesting too. I think that was a really underappreciated movie. Like that one was. I really like that movie. Milo Thatch. Maybe she's actually got her hand behind her back, actually, and she's. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Like almost like a monk-like kind of pose, or like a yeah. They are interesting, aren't they? I mean, it's really cool seeing like how certain cultures parallel and like how they differ. Like certain creatures show up again and again in different cultures, like dragons, but they always look different because they're based on like what kind of creatures are around. Like in certain mythologies or certain folklores, like dragons resemble will look like snakes, and other ones they look like lizards, and other ones they look like ferrets or birds. It's all about like what's nearby what the culture's most familiar with. They're just always this really mighty creature. Whatever they're mixing it with, they. Or like in Middle Eastern, it's the rock is a giant bird. Yeah, like it's like in Chinese mythology or Chinese folklore, they have like dragons are much more peaceful and are like signs of wisdom, and in like more like European culture, it's more like they're these they are seen as like blights on the land. Most of them, I think they might have had some stories of good ones, but majority of theirs were usually more like curses that like either knights or saints would take on. And certain artists have like portrayed them as like a bunch of different kind of creatures. So it's always interesting seeing how people think of these and like the Dullahan, or no, the Leshy is this horse creature that is kind of like a cautionary tale for like just being careful in the woods and careful who you trust and like or what you trust, because like It's a horse that will lead you to water and then pull you in. And sometimes it looks like a horse. Other times it looks like an attractive. I think it's attractive woman. I know there's other cultures where like they have. Like, I think there's like this like African character that or creature that has the head of a jackal hidden behind its robes on the back of the head. So it's always interesting seeing like how like there's these like monsters or like creatures that like hide their real form somewhat, like, and they try and lure you away from other people because they're not actually that powerful on their own, like in general, but they can isolate you, then you're in trouble, which is a good way of being like telling people like don't travel alone. The being out at night alone is not good. Even back then, it's smarter to travel with a friend. No matter who you are. I kind of don't like. I'm not a huge fan of silhouettes, though. It's okay. I can do a couple different poses for her too. I mean, she's got different forms as well. She's got a more like old elderly form, and it'd be kind of fun to try and do that, where she's just this old woman. I'll change her robes. Maybe we'll like get more baggy, and her shape will change a little. Trying to think what else does she have maybe she has a tail? It'd be kind of fun to put something in there like a tail. If she's part satyr or sirens are cool, and I was gonna actually draw one of those tonight too, because that's I was trying to think what I was gonna do that for, but I think I might just draw one for fun anyway. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's interesting how they sometimes they're birds, sometimes they're like mermaid like. Sometimes they're element like in Adventures of Sinbad. I love in that movie how they made them look like water. That looked pretty cool. Let's just color her in so we can. That's very bright, but that's okay. We can. I usually like to start with. I'm going to keep that color on the side because I don't want to lose it. Start with a more dull color for the base of our character, and then we can put that in as for the. I'll add that in later for some of the more other like the accents on the dress. Well, like in general, I think it's really, yeah, it's really smart to tell people to be very careful with the woods, because I think even now people don't really realize that even with how high tech we are, the woods are still very dangerous. Like you don't know, if you don't tell someone where you are, it's really not smart to go out. Like, oh, you should always like I listen to so many podcasts about that kind of stuff where it's like you definitely like tell people where you are and like make sure that like they can contact you contact them constantly, that kind of stuff, because you just never know what's going to happen. Nature is unpredictable in general, Like you could get stuck in a storm or something. Or you could, yeah, it's just hard to say. There's just so much. Kind of, I like this. I like. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. If I can find my brush for hair, I could give her some cool curly hair and do it faster. See if I can find it. I think this is it. Yep, here we go. Yeah, it's my brush for doing hair quicker. See, you can like because yeah, see how you get this like nice, like it gives you the texture of the hair. I love. It's nice having. Oops. It's nice having brushes like that on hand, because then you can do stuff like this. Yeah. Yeah, mimicry for sure. Yeah, there's so many like cool like, characters from that do mimicry too. What was it? Yeah, there's a couple tales I'd have to think. I mean, there's obviously your usual like just even in like cryptids, there's some creatures that can copy people, and there's stories about those, and then there's a couple that are more like what was some of them that are? I mean, there's just shapeshifters in general. Yeah. Oops, that doesn't tell much. Maybe she's wearing gloves too. Yeah, the creepiest ones obviously have to be like the Wendigo. That's one that I hear constant stories about those and how they people claim to have heard them in the night mimicking their friends or something. And then there's other ones like there was this, I forget what it was called, but it's like a in Asian folklore there's this creature that lures men. I think it's unfaithful. Yeah, it's definitely unfaithful men at night away from their friends, and like it's part spider. So it will yeah, it looks like a person from the back if you follow her, but then when you look at her front, you realize that she's got a spider face. So I think the story is that those if I remember right, those are the ones where like they oh, Mothman, yeah, but the spider one I think is also says that like they're like if a spider lives like I think is it 100 years or 1,000? I can't remember. Either one is a lot for a spider. So, but they're believed that they like spiritually turn into these creatures. There's also one, I forget the name of it, but it was a it disguises itself as a woman, but it has it's kind of spider like as well, but it plays like a harp in a waterfall, and if you get too close, you get tangled in the you don't see the all the little threads, and you can get trapped and pulled in. And there's a couple creatures like that. I'm gonna give her like dress a little bit of a like leaf kind of theme to it. Let me get because I think that one is I think it's I think that one's from Russian folklore, but I can't recall. I don't like that. I don't need that much. Yeah, there's a couple that are pretty creepy. Definitely, like there's a couple of Celtic ones where it's like because not all of them, even because there's the red caps, which are kind of like gnomes, but they're more violent, and they have like super strength. And there's and Tom twos are I think we talked about that yesterday, but Tom twos are not always nice. If you're not nice to them, they're like a house spirit, and if you're not nice to them, they will punish you. But and I don't, if I remember right, in actual folklore, they aren't as easy to get rid of as the Hilda cartoon shows. Like, you can't just tell them that they're being mean and they're banished from your house. You're kind of stuck with them, I believe. If I remember correctly on how they work. So this is all one. What does it say about her, actually? Oh, she's known as the... Oh, interesting. They're very tiny, and they're not usually bad, because usually, like, you can just give them things that you don't want anymore, like extra servings of, like, I think all you have to do is give them like milk or something, and like a little bit of milk in a saucer at night or something, and they're pretty chill. It's just that, like, as as long as you do that to them, they'll do everything. They'll do your housework for you. Like, you'll just like wake up and the house is clean. It's almost, I kind of wish it was that easy. Like, I'll buy extra milk if that means that don't have to do any maintenance on the apartment. Although I don't know I guess they would be in apartments too, because it doesn't matter. Still, I haven't heard any stories about them in inns though, so I'm curious to see if it's just like, but they are in castles sometimes, so I think it's just really like, it just depends. It's kind of fun. I don't usually do patterns, so it's kind of fun to try and come up with a pattern for this. I think I'm gonna do like like vines or something, kind of going down her dress, kind of like pattern, like kind of like they kind of like weave in between each other, kind of. Actually, but what if... I'm gonna try this. This might be a mistake, but I can always undo it if I don't like it. Making her dress, the majority of her dress actually just, or at least part of it, just white. I kind of just like the idea that she's like this like otherworldly, just like serene looking creature that just looks out of place. Like she looks powerful and out of place, but not in a violent way. At least not at first. She could even have like a... But yeah, I think she could. Usually I don't do side view of people's faces, but I'm kind of liking this. Maybe it's like that inquisitive side eye kind of looked. I always like kind of like those where it's like. I usually don't do colored eyelashes, but for a supernatural creature, I kind of like it. I kind of like this like extended kind of face too a little bit. Like she's kind of, her proportions are kind of like long and narrow. Mm-hmm. And maybe even if she's. Oh, my mistake. I can fix that. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll draw on top of that. Because typically they actually have blonde hair. But, so we can just see how that looks. But I kind of like the red. But, because the problem with the blonde is, well, I can play around with it. Maybe I can find a way to make it work. Because, I mean, I could probably make it work. Give it a little more volume. I'm kind of like doing this like the more I look at this, I think kind of Amano's artwork, which the artist that does Final Fantasy's art, that used to do Final Fantasy artwork concept and did the artwork for Vampire Hunter D. It kind of has like this kind of feel where it's like these very narrow kind of like the narrow chin and like sharp features kind of look. Kind of works. I can do that. So I might actually push this towards that. Actually, I kind of like that, where it's give her like golden, yeah, golden blonde hair. I still want it to be curly a little bit, so I'm going to go back with that brush and add in the curl features. But I like strong shapes first and then going in for details. Yeah, another thing Amano kind of did was the characters almost usually looked like morose. So that's what made me think of it with here with like the long kind of like almost sad expression on her face. Oops. I think this is, yeah. Oh, whoops. There we go. It still works. Also, another I just remembered another artist that really influenced me is the artist at Cartoon Saloon. I don't know if you've ever seen like Song of the Sea or Book of Kells, but those are really good. Like yeah, Song of the Sea is really fun, but Book of Kells is probably my favorite. It's like the story of well, the Book of Kells, which is a religious text, and it was very important because it was just an early work of art essentially that survived multiple invasions. And held people and gave people hope during a time when things were really dark. Yeah, they're Cartoon Saloon's really good, nice. I like their art style. They did what did they do more recently? Oh, Wolf Children. They did Wolf Children more recently, which is good. It's I still think like Book of Kells and Song of the Sea are a little better, but I don't think that means you shouldn't watch Wolf Children because it's fun too. I like I really like the characters in Wolf Children. They're really fun. They always get these great voice actors who are local to like Ireland and Scotland, so like they have these very authentic accents. So I like it. Oops, I don't like that. Let's get that other brush that we had that did the where'd it go? 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 There it is. Nope, this is the blur brush. Is it? No, it's not. It seemed like there were a couple years where there were a lot of different studios from all over the world that were trying to get like animated movies made, and like I'm hoping that happens again. I know that it takes a long time to make animated movies, so for all I know, maybe there's another batch that will be coming out in the near future from all over. Because I always love to see like different storytelling techniques from all these different kinds of folklore. From all over different cultures, and yeah, it's always fun. I like that. I'll play with it a little bit more, but I'm spending too much time on just the hair. She looks pretty cool so far. I gotta clean up her dress, and I gotta do her old version too, because she's got like two forms, or she's got a couple forms, but these are the two. I guess I kind of did both in one, so I don't know if I really need to do the old woman, because usually she has long hair. So I guess I can just stick with that one. do actually is it'd be fun to kind of do like I don't know if you've ever seen yeah, right? She's kind of like otherworldly, kind of like she looks like very ornate, but at the same time, just like she'd be out of place. And like if you saw her, I might even like once I get her down, I'm gonna like put her in a like a forest setting where she's the brightest thing in the forest. Kind of like that scene in Princess Mononoke where the forest spirit is looking at him, and you just see its silhouette between the trees. Like I love that scene. That was such a cool part of it. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen those movies, but that's another really good series. Was the That was my first Studio Ghibli was Princess Mononoke. And I just love how there really isn't, like, I think ignorance in that movie is the villain. Well, and I guess the Emperor's kind of a villain. So it's like ignorance and greed are kind of the villain in that story. There's definitely people that make like violent decisions, but I wouldn't really say that they're like the villain. Whereas like, and Ghibli's really like Hayao Miyazaki's really good at that, isn't he? Where he can like have these tales where he just like where there could be someone that's like in any other story would be like really violent and dangerous, but in his they're kind of just like background. Like sometimes they might be a threat for 1 minute, kind of like Yababa from Spirited Away. She was dangerous at the beginning, but by the end, not as much. I mean, there's certain Ghibli ones where there definitely is villains that are humans, but yeah, Studio Ghibli is like a great one to look into for inspiration. I don't know if I like that. Never mind, I'm not gonna do that. I like her long neck. Yeah, there we go. Kind of makes me think of like a green mage almost. I would never make a character like this for my comic because this is far too complicated. Like all these, this would be like someone that if I made it a comic, this would be like a painting on a wall. It would not be a character. But those are fun too. I definitely want to make some artwork for to show in the background in some scenes of the comic. That'd be fun. But I'm thinking actually what I might do with her too is and I just thought of this, is kind of like from she's also like goddess of the hunt, I think is what she's, or maiden, let's see. Yeah, she protects cattle herds. She's oh, she's also a. It's funny how many fae spirits like milk. I mean, who doesn't like? I guess lactose intolerant people, but I guess there's not very many lactose intolerant fairy folk because they like milk a lot. I suppose it's because it was something that like even like farmers could have at hand. Because you wouldn't want to be like, oh, you have to give them silver, and it's like, no, that's a bad idea. They hate silver. No, they hate iron. That's what it is. They hate iron. At least the majority of them do. Like, I mean, they even use that in that Maleficent movie. Because it's, I forget the reasoning. There's something about it that they don't like, but I forget what it is. Oops, I don't like that brush. Maybe even make them the same color, actually, as her hair. But I was thinking like kind of like Keyleth with her horns, where they look like almost like a crown, kind of. At least at first. Maybe like if she gets like, if she can transform into like a stag, but she starts off looking like this, where they're just like a tiara kind of look to them. That's good. I'm glad it's not super severe. Almond milk is good, actually. I've used it before, and what was the other one? That's pretty much. I had almond milk though. It's pretty good. What's harder is probably avoiding it, and I'm glad it's not severe because some cheeses are so good. Yeah, that's cool. I kind of like that, where she's got like these like little antlers. They definitely stick out, but I kind of like that they are, like her tail, they kind of like really... Hello! Hope you're having a good day. The first movie. Tinkerbell, yeah, I could see Tinkerbell. I like that. I like Tinkerbell. She was spunky. Like she had personality. She's like, how dare you, trying to take away my Peter. Yeah, maybe I'll do that down there actually. Yeah, we can erase that. Just do that here actually. But put the clovers down here. Yeah. I love that they actually made it like you could never hear her. You could only hear the bell. So it's like what's she saying? Oh, you know, she's don't worry about it. It's like the looks of rage she got were so great, where she's just like, how dare you? I'm going to get you. But she did have a redemption near the end, so. Where she realized that maybe teaming up with the bad guys was a bad idea. It's like, yeah, kind of could have told you that. That's too much. I don't need that. I don't do that. I was trying to give her like a whole bunch. Maybe I'll just try and think of a different flower. Like maybe or roses, maybe? I'll try roses. Because roses are kind of more like... Not really. Still looks kind of like a flower, though. I can play around with it. It'd be kind of cool to make her like dress have like these decals of flowers. That's funny. I said I was gonna on the very top I was gonna try and add in multiply, yeah, and then yeah, to make her dress look not quite as thick, like maybe like a I can play with the opacity a little so that it doesn't look quite as thin, but I can, by doing stuff like this, yeah, like that. But that way it's got a cool like very light, kind of like cloudy kind of feel to her dress too. Like it's like silk kind of. Do, 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 do. Oops. Oops. Oh no, what did I do? Why did I do that? Oops. I know what to do. That one's too thick. Too thick. But, or maybe just not big enough for how thick it is. Yeah. But yeah, like a lot of the Ghibli films were like there was like I was surprised at some of them. Like when I first when I finally did get around to watching the which was Kiki's Delivery Service. I thought that was going to be more of like a kids movie, and it kind of is, but it's kind of, I mean, it's sweet like a kids movie, but it's also sad in parts that are in a way that adults would understand more. Like she kind of goes through like a depression. I mean, they're not to spoil anything, but she has some rough moments in the movie. But I mean, it's not like dark. It's still very much a kids kind of feel, but some people who have had depression say they really like relate to her character in that movie. So I can understand that, yeah. It's kind of just interesting that they were like, they took a different route, because usually it's kind of almost like the Harry Potter route of like, she's not very good at like spells, so she's just a she just counts on her ability to fly on a broom as her main skill, and she delivers bread and food, which is, I mean, sounds pretty great. I mean, can you imagine if like DoorDash was could fly to you? That'd be pretty great. Especially if that DoorDash could also like help you cook. If it was a like, that would be even more amazing. It's like, yeah, a trusted wish, and you can cut as long as you say you're good and trustworthy. Sure, you can help me cook this meal that you're delivering. It better be delicious, though. Please. I mean, there's an entire part about like delivering ravioli on time. I think that's what it was. So stakes aren't that high, but it's still a fun movie. I like the cat. Talking cats can be a lot of fun, especially because I think it was a very popular comedian did the voice. I'm blanking on him right now, but he's, oh my gosh, I can't believe, Phil Hartman. Yeah, Phil Hartman did the voice of the cat, and he's from he's famous. I mean, I know him from The Simpsons because he did the voice of Lionel Hutz and Troy McClure in The Simpsons. And Lionel Hutz is like a lawyer who's just really bad at his job, and that's the joke. So, it's fun. But yeah, they always find really cool voice actors for Studio Ghibli films. Like they got Christian Bale to be Howl in Howl's Moving Castle, and they got Minnie Driver was also in Howl's Moving Castle. I'm bet these are probably, I don't know if you know many of these actors, but I mean I'm terrible with actors' names. That's why I'm saying I don't know if you know them because these are the only ones I can remember really. I remember I was shocked when I found out that Shia LaBeouf from Transformers was in Nausicaa Valley of the Wind as the boy that's helping her out. I was like, wait, the guy from Transformers that was in Nausicaa? Okay. And I have the manga for that because the manga is supposed to be way better. Not that the movie's bad, but like the movie, you can tell he wanted to do more, and the movie kind of the fact that it couldn't be as long restricted him. Yeah, okay, good. Wait a minute, this isn't the YMCA. Troy McClure, he did that one where he was the babysitter, and like he was so desperate for money he agreed to be the kid's babysitter in an episode. It's like, deal, but I get access to the fridge. Sweet. Or like when he did the sleazy thing where he was like, it's like, but you're even your business cards say no money down, and he's like, oh wait, that's a typo. No, comma, money down! Exclamation mark. Like, Troy, come on. Bigger gloves, bigger gloves, bigger gloves. Can give her like a kind of cool to give her like a resonance, almost like an aura around her. I'm liking this character though. She's fun to draw. I think it'd be fun to just do what I said earlier and just like we can delete this other character because I'm not gonna make the old version of her. Oops, I did not mean to do that. There we go. Where's this? Oh, it's here. Yeah, we can get rid of that now. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. I still might do that, but I'm going to do it where, like I said, where she's going to be in the background, and maybe there'll be like a silhouette of an older woman in the front. Where maybe I'll shrink her down. We'll see how this looks. It might be kind of hard to see her if she's shrunk down too much. But like, even just like, not. I'm trying to think of a good composition. I don't know if. She was pretty good though. I don't know. We can try this. If it doesn't work, then I can always change her back, but. Because what I was thinking is kind of like. On a layer below her. Oops. Yeah, no, on a layer below her. I can just do like these rolling hills and with like rocky terrain maybe and some trees in her way. Maybe even like do the empty stump next to her with the milk in it. Just so that people know what to do. Gotta do it right. Yeah, I'd say of all the Studio Ghibli films, I'd say the one that I endorse all of them. I'd say they're all good to watch, but like the one I would watch last or near last is probably of the ones he did was Ponyo, because for me that was one of my least favorite. It's not that it was bad, it's just my least favorite. Like I still like it. It's just could have been better. It's just gonna be like framed by these trees. I think Howl's Moving Castle is, and Castle in the Sky are my two favorites. Spirited Away is like, I think Howl and Spirited Away are like tied for second, and Castle in the Sky is my favorite because I don't know, it's just a really like nice, quaint kind of story where like everything's kind of like it has high stakes, but it's still a really fun fantasy world. And Mark Hamill's the villain, so hearing the Joker be the villain is. Oh yeah, like I said, it's still really. Ponyo's still really good. I don't want to sound like I would never want to say that like I dislike it, because I do like it a lot. It's just like Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle I like better. And there's a character in Castle in the Sky that I kind of was another character I used for inspiration on my comic character Richard, where there's this that I think he's like the he's in charge of the mining operation in the town, and he's like he helps the main character get away from these pirates at one part, and he's just so like he can bulk himself up and get really strong, and it's just there's a funny part where he like, makes his shirt explode, like rip open, and his wife is just like, "I'm not mending that, you know." And then he just gets sad. It's just like, aw. And the pirates were really fun too. I like the pirates as characters. They were interesting. Like sky pirates. I'm gonna fix her energy on the ground because it's confusing now. If I can find it. I'm trying to think where I put it. There we go. Still want to keep it. I just don't want it to be like, messing with everything else. Maybe she's like energizing the forest around her, kind of. Yeah, it is. But like in Spirited Away, the relationship between like Haku and Chihiro is really sweet, really nice too. Like it's a really nice story, and she's such a fun character because she starts off as this like really bratty kid, and you watch her change as the story goes along. And it's just I love watching characters grow, and because it's basically, some people would say it's very much like Alice in Wonderland, but how much she changes and like just like the story itself is what makes it feel different from Alice in Wonderland. But with yeah, with Castle in the Sky, it's just like really. I also like Castle in the Sky because it talks about like the importance of like understanding the limits of like power and how you should use magic or technology responsibly, and that we all come from the earth and we should respect the earth, because Miyazaki is a very much like an environmentalist kind of guy, and always likes to put that in his movies. I mean, like in especially obviously in Princess Mononoke, but he manages to fit it in other ones too. So, like literally having it be like the spirits of the forest are slowly turning into wild animals because they're being scared out of their areas and people have stopped worshiping them. That was an interesting ideal for a story. I like that. This is kind of... I think if I give this harder outlines on these trees, I think it'll look better. Because right now it looks like she's in a very like rough drawing. Once I clean up these trees and make them look as sharp as she does, I think they'll look a lot better. Do 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 do. Let's make them look a little bit brighter. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Good thing it was the beginning of the song. This cool like snaking kind of brush, so it'd be kind of cool to use for like showing her influence over the land. Maybe give it a shot. I'm gonna try it out. No, that's too... I don't like that. That's too bright. If I lower the opacity, maybe that might be okay. Yeah, that's a little better. And these trees will be very lush by the time I'm done with them. I don't want them to... I don't want it to look like she's a bad spirit. So I'll make these trees have a very rough texture at first, and then I'm going to add on top of this some actual like... Whoops. Some actual like texture for like the... or like some actual leaves. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, oh, that's not leaves. And like Howl's Moving Castle is a really nice just love story, which is funny because like the original story was, I think, kind of a love story, but I think it's just so different. Like, so I don't like that. Wonder why. Is that... No. Let's try that. That's a little better. Okay. Yeah. I'll figure it out later. Sorry about that. Hope it's not bothering anyone too much, the echo. I think when I fixed some things, I added more problems in other spots. That's kind of lazy. I don't like that. Actually, that'd be better for the ground. But I won't do that. Wonder if I have any clovers. What's this? Oh, no, that's lightning. Or fire. That's one of my energy brushes for magical spells. But not the kind of magic she does. She's a little bit too, like, she's not that kind of magic. She's like subtle. I might even put her in a mist, maybe, kind of. Like she's like in a, like, this is not mist. These are the, just trying to build slowly on up to make these look like they have a little bit more like volume, and then I'll add in like texture at the last part. Dun, 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 dun. If she's of the hunt, I might even make this a night scene. We'll try that. Like, oh, she's too much of her is that. I gotta undo that. Cancel. Let's make this. Make sure that her skin is the right color, because she was like turning different colors there, and I didn't like that. Oops. Sorry. Did it again. I'll skip this song because I think we've heard it a couple times. There we go. Yeah, I think so. Maybe even like, what I like is dusk. Why don't we give her a dusk scene or a dawn? Dawn might be even better. Like, I think that's what I originally was going to do, actually. It's more like a dawn. So like like put this really bright like yo behind her. Like adding to her aura, kind of. She's like, nah, Yevenya. I love the opening of Lion King. It's so good. It's kind of like, look like the backs of the trees and everything is lit up kind of by it. I'll like lightly do it now and I can fix it later. I like it better. It's just, oops. Mufasa, say it again. Ooh, it tingles me. Scar had one of my favorite villain songs. Like him and his, and then in Little Mermaid, yeah, those two songs are probably my two favorites. Like, Ursula, yeah, Ursula's. Why did my brain just forget what her name? I'm like, I know her name. I don't like that. It's too dark, but we can fix it. I can fix it with some Control. Yeah. Even that's not too bad. Maybe make it a little bit. So I can always I made her really big because I thought I was gonna do another version of her, but I kind of like it just as her. I was really fighting it, but I really like just her here. So let's kind of focus on just her. Yeah, I like this better. Yeah, be prep when our teeth and ambitions are bad. Such a good song. I like that. Where she's kind of like just like backlit by the sun. And that could explain more why you can see like the lights coming through, and since her dress is this lighter material, you can see the silhouette of her legs. So like, oops, nope, undo. Save your art. Yes, okay, I will. Sorry. I need to make prompts for here too. I wish that there was an easier way to do it for let anyone use the prompts, because for YouTube it's annoying that you have to like join and pay monthly for even emotes, which isn't very fair. I think you should be allowed to use some of them. Like I wish that YouTube would let you use some of my emotes from Twitch. What's this for? Oh right, Glystick. There. But yeah, like it must have been. It's so incredible that Lion King was their B movie, and they thought that Pocahontas was gonna just like run circles around it. And Pocahontas isn't bad, but Lion King was just like so incredible with its like soundtrack and like really good characters, and like never saw that. I mean, they didn't think it was going to be go down that way, but like they should have known. They had so many good actors for the movie. I mean, you had like James Earl Jones as the father. So hello, Art Ninja. It's been a while. Hope you're having a good day. Staying warm. I'm doing a Faebruary, so I'm doing like art challenges for that are all like fairy based. And this is Gleistig, she's called. She's like a Scottish goddess of the hunt, and like also protects cattle herds, and yeah, a couple other things. I kind of mixed her two like forms because she sometimes looks like a. Oh, you're good. Yeah, we're just talking about Disney movies right now because we're just talking about animation in general and like how good Lion King was, because I'm drawing this like this sunrise. But yeah, those were such good So many good movies. Because we were also talking about like good character design and how Disney had just so many great ideas for early on back in the day for like character design. It's kind of a shame that they kind of. I'm hoping they go back to their roots because they for a while they did have really cool like designs for their characters. It'd be nice to see them go back to just like a. Oh, cool. Oops. Oh no, I did it again. Sorry. My my pen is making the music repeat itself sometimes. Yeah, like they're. Oh no. I'm trying to get all my veggies lately. And that's what my nutritionalist says. She's like, yeah, you have to have like half your plate be veggies. So I'm trying to do that more now. I have a whole bunch of frozen veggies I microwave up and add to my meals. Because I'm trying to lose, I think like hopefully another 20 pounds at least. I'm aiming for 30, but 20, even 20 would be good. So. Oops, why is that not... Is that... Oh, I know why. There. I had on the wrong layer. Slowly building up these, like, the background to make it look as detailed as she is, because right now she stands out too much compared to everything else. But we'll get there. I also added in this part of her folklore is you have to leave her a stump full of milk. She likes milk, apparently. Oh, you're good. Don't worry about it, Daisy. Because yeah, if you, I do that too. So I just am so grateful that you're, even if you lurk, I'm grateful to have any company. So, thank you, and thanks for letting me know too. That greatly appreciated. Because then I'm not like being like, why don't I get an answer? Hello. Oh, thank you. I love glowy effects, and one of the things I wanted to do with this character is I was talking about how since she's the goddess of the hunt, I was thinking of giving her like, and we were talking about Hayao Miyazaki. I was like, would it be cool if she kind of had the same thing as the forest spirit, where like the sun's glowing behind her and she's just like, you can see her real form underneath her dress because of the sun. I thought that'd be kind of cool. So I'm like playing around with that. I'm playing around with strong silhouettes here, and I'm going to try and add in more sharper edges too. Whoa, not that sharp and not that big. Undo. Let's see what this is. Whoops, I don't want that. Oh, this is for the grass. Kind of cool. Really wouldn't be that kind of grass or that kind of foliage in the forest. It'd be more foliage. Yeah, that's better. I like give these plants like a proper silhouette. So give them like little bits sticking out that are more plant-like. Oops. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I like that. I gotta clean up these the leaves now, but this is coming. I do like how this is looking. What's this? Whoa, that's that big one. I keep forgetting that that's the big one. I think I might delete this one, honestly. I don't like this brush. I never use it. There we go. All it ever does is cause trouble. Also, I gave her like this. I don't know if you've ever seen Vampire Hunter D, or seen any of the artwork for the Castlevania games. But I wanted to give her that like look of that those characters have a little bit. I'm gonna clean up her hands because they are the messiest part right now. But I like her face a lot. Like it's very like sad, but like in an alien kind of way almost, where like she's almost like it's her own version of sad, like morose. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, oops. Oh, that's my new brush. There we go. This is a good brush, but make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Yeah, I'll fix those. I don't like that. Oh, I didn't show you the one I did last time was oops, nope, not that. That's the beginning of one that I was trying to do for bone, but this is the one I did for fruit. I need to finish it up, but I I like these two. I think it's kind of cute. They're inspired off of fruit bats. So I made them like these little pixies that are based around like fruit bats, kind of. but smaller, like they're the size of I forget the name of those bats, but the ones with the really big white ears. But they're basically like your typical smaller size bat, like the size of your hand, kinda. Oh yeah, I was working on a turnaround for my model. But yeah, so I've been busy this week. Oh, I did make progress on the VTuber, so that I wanted it to be done at the beginning of this month, but it will be. It looks like it might be. It will still be done this month. It just won't be done, obviously, at the beginning because we're past that. But yeah. Oh, that's cool. Sorry, I missed that comment. I'm glad that you're doing traditional art. That's awesome. I was thinking about. I almost did that today, honestly, but I would like to do that for some of these prompts. I would love to try and do some of them traditional, because I just haven't done that in forever, and I kind of miss it. I feel like I've gotten kind of rusty. Because I've been drawing traditional again a lot at work, and I noticed that I've gotten slower, so I really want to get back into it more. Because I used to be as fast with that as I am with digital now, but kind of slowed down when I got better at this. Kind of. Kind of really extendo body too, but I guess that's okay because she's not really. I mean, I'll fix her too, but her form is very condensed. Like, I guess I could always. Yeah, I could fix that. I still would like her to be. She's not a human, so she's gonna have exaggerated features. But I can basically. Move this down here. Like so. Maybe turn it up a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Now it still gets the same feel, but she's gonna have a shorter arm. So we can just delete all this. And these. Oh, cool. Which art? What are you using for learning anatomy? Just out of curiosity, because one thing I'd recommend is do speed drawings. Like there's a what's like I have a couple I could give you. I think I've said them before on here, but like line of action is a really good one. And what was the other one? Yeah, I'd say line of action's a good start. YouTube vids are pretty good, but I would say be careful because it can get overwhelming. and that's from experience. I've I've overwhelmed myself so many times with those because I've like what was it, Lion Senpai? I think it's his name. He's got, let's see, no, that's not him. Sorry, no, that's not him. Yeah, yeah, Lines Senpai or Sensei, Lines Sensei has a really good collection of anatomy. There was another guy. I'm blanking on his name right now, but he's another one that I think you probably found that has like a full collection of like drawing clothing, and he is great because I wish I could. Let me see if I can find him for you. Because he does a full collection on like everyone else's resources, so that you don't have to go looking for it. Oops, I can't spell. Oh, Picat is another really good one. Or, but the one I was talking about. Oh, also, Kasern. He Kasem. Kasem has a really good has some good ones. Yeah, there's so many. Sorry, I'm just doing what that person does because I can't find them. But those are some recommendations. Honestly, I just looked up drawing clothing and I got so many good references here. Like, I'm probably just going to save this page because I for later, because that way I can find it again. Because yeah, that. I wish you the best of luck, though. I definitely recommend. Don't feel discouraged. Just draw bad and then draw good. Like it's a marathon, not a sprint. Also, I do have recommendations on even like if you can afford Blackwing pencils, they're really good because they feel really nice when you use them. There's also a Duward, I think is the name of the brand. They're really good. They're much cheaper. You can find those like. Oh, of course you do. But you can draw greater. There's always a greater. I like your enthusiasm, though. It's important to love this because it's a long process. Try and find some brushes. Whoops, that's not a good brush. That's a bad brush. I don't like it. Nope, I hate it. Oops, sorry. But yeah, those were some examples. Like, the thing I like about line of action is like you can set your time limit to like, I think like down to like 30 seconds, which teaches you how to draw parts of the body by just like memory. So that like when you are like even using reference later on, it'll come out looking so much better. Because I do the same thing. Like when I'm drawing on here, I do my warm-ups on here is me going to Pinterest and drawing like models and poses. But sometimes I do just go on to like line of action if I'm feeling really rusty and I want to just warm up and like refine my, like, shake the cobwebs out of my brain. So I definitely recommend that. It is. And if you ever want to, another thing I'm going to try and do is I want to try and set up a. I am still working on maybe this weekend. I keep saying maybe this weekend for this, but I do want to get to work on a Discord, and I want to do monthly drawing challenges or drawing exercises where we a couple of us maybe get together and just do a like a what's that called? Gardic phone, where we do a Gardic phone, just to get to force us ourselves to just have fun and goof around and enjoy it. I think that would be really fun. And I promise I'll get on it. I keep saying I'll do it, but I will get on it. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. I used to do those. I used to do like community events when I was on. Oops, I just started the song again. I used to do that on Instagram a lot when I used to draw. I did all my. Because I guess more recently, or maybe this isn't true, but I heard that Instagram's trying to get rid of their live stream for. Because they don't, I guess they think people don't use it. But that's where I met one of my good friends that does D. Hostner. He does like a comic, Kid Nebula. It's pretty cool. It's like if you're really into space adventure, it's really good. But we used to do like we tried to like get together every week and do like. I would do art challenges traditionally, and he would do them digitally. And then I got kind of pulled into doing them digital too, because it seemed faster. Like his drawings would be a little more finished. So, but it was really fun, and it'd be really fun to do like Gardic phone with like challenges too, and like do silly ones, but then also do ones where like we just try and do like a challenge like draw only in like this kind of draw only like animals or something, or like I don't know, I'm trying to think of some fun stuff. Or we can even just like have like just like a channel where it's just like fundamentals, like you said, like how you're learning to draw. We could all like just like hang out and try and work on anatomy. That'd be really fun. I mean, obviously, I would have to be like, just ask people to proof of age or something, just so I don't get in trouble. But even then, you could have like you could have different sessions too, because there could be ones where like it's for younger artists where it's clothed figures. That's, I mean, that's still very helpful too. So. That's how I started. I mean, I just learned how to like draw comic characters from like a bunch of different art books, and yeah. But yeah, no, I'll definitely we'll try and set that up. So that'd be really fun. I've noticed like some of my favorite Discords are the ones where they do that kind of stuff, where like they have maybe it could be even like an incentive for people to eventually either join on here or subscribe on my Twitch, is that I'll have like more advanced like exercises we could do together, like maybe like I'll have like a month, there'll be like a monthly like oh yeah, right. I used to do that too. But when you go to figure drawing classes, they're like, the professor says, draw everything. Yeah, no, I gotcha. But yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. I used to do that too, but now I just kind of like, if I'm gonna draw parts, it's gonna be a special, like it'll be like I'm working on a specific part of the body and I want to get better at that specifically, so I will draw everything, but that's private. So and maybe even like that could be like for the subscribers, there'll be these ones where it's more like advanced kind of drawing sessions where like you do the more complicated things and we try and help each other get better at drawing. Maybe there's even ones where we try and help each other get better at drawing certain things, like me with horses, like how I'm bad at drawing horses. One day I'll learn how to draw horses. One day. Maybe. I can dream. Wait, where is that? I'm gonna try to find this. It's probably... Oh, there. Found it already. Cool. That was easy. Same. I'm bad with like quadrupeds. I mean, I'm better at cats, I'd say, than horses because cats usually squeeze into a little ball. So, unless they're on the prowl, in which case I'm not as good at that. But I've gotten better. But yeah, it is complex sometimes. Like tigers are really hard to draw. Mainly because they're just so symmetrical. Oops. You got decided to stop playing songs? Oh no, this is that long song. Never mind. That's why. That's another thing you might like then about Line of Action. They have an entire area that's just draw animals, and you can choose which animals. Like you could just be like, I'm gonna draw only cats today, and it'll be like, okay, good luck. And then you can choose how long you want to draw cats, like for every picture. Like if you want to do the 60-second thing, you can do it. If you want to draw them for like 5 minutes, you can. So yeah, it's really great. Whoops, that's weird. Didn't mean to put the digital error. I'm just looking at some of these extra brushes I have to see if I can get something good for the leaves. Try these ones. Ooh, okay, that's kind of cool. Just gotta be careful with it. Might even add like a mist above her, I'm thinking. So, okay. That's kind of cool. Makes her even more otherworldly. Oh no! You need some fiber then. Get something with fiber. Like blackberries have it. I mean, there's certain vegetables that are really plentiful and. Oh, there's a whole section on bugs too. There's an online of action. So if you want to, you could go there too. And I mean, that's what I was saying earlier when I don't know if you heard that part, but I am going to try and set up a Discord where maybe we could do like for free. Maybe we could even have like a monthly one, but like maybe there'll be one that more often that I could do for people that join. But on like here or on the but the free you could still, I might even like have special occasions where I do that more than once a month, but we'll see. I mean, it's a lot. I'm doing a bunch of other stuff this year too, so if I can do it more, then I would. But it's just be kind of a fun thing. I'd love to draw with both of you. Because I used to do that on Instagram a lot. I would just invite people into my live streams and we would just draw together. And it really honestly went great all the time. Like I never really had problems. Like everyone was really, really nice. So I think with you two I would have plenty of fun. I think you two would be perfectly fine to draw with. Like I've talked to both of you and you're both really nice, so I think it'd be really fun. Right? That I think I showed you. Yeah, my version of centipedes with my necromancer guy. Yeah. Where'd he go? Do 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 do. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, I agree. That's why I made him all creepy crawly. Where he's like, this is the other version of him that I did, where he's got like the T-Rex behind him and he's summoning all these. I wanted to show how he's got like the like different types of magic and they represented differently. Like he's almost got like the Doctor Strange thing where he's got this glyph that's appearing, and he's using that to summon the centipedes. And then he's got his canes bringing the T-Rex to life. It'd be almost. I'm almost tempted to make it so the end of his cane is like the from Jurassic Park, where he's got the little mosquito and amber in it. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, he was such a fun. He's such a fun character. I love the fact that he could just like bring all these creatures back. It's funny you say that. I'm thinking about that's definitely one I'm gonna try and put up on I think it's called Imprint. So I'll definitely make an announcement when I put some of these up there. Because I think this one, if I clean this one up, this might be a cool poster too. Once I get it looking better. But yeah, that one's really epic. That and Where's that other one? I had that one for like a couple of those characters are pretty cool. Like well, Art Ninja, I still have this one. Remember this? One sec. Bing. Yeah, that guy's cool. that was so fun. I'm definitely gonna do that again this year. Art fight was really fun. Oh, this one would make a fun poster too, I think. I might clean it up a little, but my Skyrim poster. The two characters I've played the most. I did have some other characters, but these were two of the ones I played the most. A Dark Brotherhood character with soul trap on their weapons, and a archer character for the Thieves Guild with soul trap on her bow. I use soul trap a lot. It makes you a lot of money. And it charges all your weapons. Me too. I wish they had like a spring and a winter one or something like that. But I guess some people didn't have the same experience as us. Like, I'm glad you had a good time too, because some people claimed or some people said they didn't have fun, which is sad to hear. Because I had a spectacular time. So I only met nice people like you. I think some people were like a little bit like a little rude to each other. Like they would expect art immediately, and if they got art, they would expect art back and stuff like that. Just like weird manners that they didn't like. Like certain people made fan art for me, and I usually tried to comment on them. But if I didn't, I was happy that people didn't throw a hissy fit or anything. Like, I mean, I was doing it around my job, so I was like, guys, if I don't answer you, it's not because I'm ignoring your art. I promise. It's like I have a day job too. I'm trying to do this around that. Plus, I think with the bigger artists, some people were expecting, like, they were trying to, like, gain prestige by, like, becoming friends with, they would try and, like, make art for big artists, and they would be upset when the big artists didn't push their art and make them bigger, and it's like, guys, who cares? Have fun. If you want to draw your favorite artist, that's cool, but don't do it because you want praise. Do it because you like their character. That's why I did it. Like, I did some bigger artists, but I didn't expect them to say anything. I'm like, even just a little heart, like, or a like, I would be like, that's cool enough. A comment, great, but I didn't even expect that because I know they're busy. Yeah, me too. I'm glad to hear that, because that was the main purpose for it. It was just like have fun. Like some people were, yeah, just taken too serious. I mean, it's stressful enough trying to draw a character good that someone else is. I have no need to add in more stress than that. Because I'm always just like, oh gosh, I hope I draw it right. I gotta do it, give it the credit it deserves. Let's add in some smaller branches. Also, I would say it's too cold here now, and it probably is too cold where some people are. But when it gets warmer again, I'd say if you need to improve it, nature, go out to a park. That's what I used to do. I mean, I was lucky that my backyard practically went into a park back then, but now I can just there's a couple in my town now, so I can always just go to those and just draw a couple, go and hide in a corner and just like sit on a bench and draw some trees and some ducks. Try and avoid the geese biting me. Well, I'm glad to hear. That's cool. That the skateboard, that those two communities are really nice. You know, back in the day, I really liked. I don't know if you ever knew about this channel or watched it, because I don't. But there was on ESPN. There was. I don't really like sports, but I did follow the X Games, like with Tony Hawk and so, like gosh, Dave. Is it Mira? I forget. The biker guy. I forget what his name was, but he did like bike stunts. But yeah, and they both got video games. But Dave Matthews, Tony Hawk, he got more games than the other guy. But there were a few of those that actually did get a few games. Nice. That you get to go to the park. Yeah. Yeah, mine's really slippery right now, so I'm staying away from it until the snow melts a little more. I don't want to slip and fall in the middle of nowhere. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I've had enough slips for a lifetime, so I'm good. No more tumbles for me. But yeah, like X Games was really fun. Like they would like have the winter X Games were really cool because like I got to see falling is fun. Maybe if you're wearing a lot of padding, it is. Oh yeah, or your shoulder. Don't fall on your shoulder. I found that out the hard way. It's not as fun as you'd think. Who knew? It's like, huh, you're telling me that shattering bones isn't fun? Oh, wow. Thanks for... Good thing you told me. Never would have guessed. I don't think I ever tried skateboarding. I'm trying to think. No, I didn't. My friend did, and I watched him fail while standing still on a board, so I was like, you do it. I'm not gonna do it. I know where my face is gonna land. It's right into the ground. It's like, check out this ollie. Ah! Guess we can make her face a little bigger. I used to like those Tony Hawk games on the PlayStation. That's a little better. There's a little... Whoops. Nope. Oops. Okay, that's good. Don't want to make it too big because the point is it's supposed to still look a little bit off because she's not human. Well, at least you still have all your bones, right? I hope. The game is really good, yeah. I'd say like the I think they released the first one again, and I'd say that's one of my favorites was like the first. The first and the second were both really good. They kind of started to get a bit repetitive anyway in the later ones, so it's not worth paying the money for them. Like you can get plenty out of the first few. Oh, what are you doing to me? Oh. Yes, they are. But at least it was... Yeah, at least it was not like lost many teeth. It was a chip. Still, that's... Sorry to hear that. Oops. I'm not sure how I got through. I guess just when you're younger, your bones are more squishy. Because I'd been through like many falls when I was a kid sledding, but me no think it hurt me. No, no. I brained my damage. Oh no. Oh no. I've seen the professionals do that, so I wouldn't feel too bad. Like I think Tony Hawk said he broke many bones during his pursuit of becoming a good skater. I'm just impressed he did it as long as he did, because he stopped and stopped doing it on a highly competitive level around past my age. So I'm like, wow. I would not stay in that sport that long. But I would probably just like one hit KO if I fell. It'd be like getting hit, like Smash Brothers noise when I get like when I land on the ground, and I would just go flying into the horizon like Team Rocket. I remember one time I like went down a hill, and me and my sister were on these sleds that were like those saucer sleds, and we just hit a ramp that was made by the older kids because we wanted to be cool and do it. And I thought I shattered my butt. I was just like, it hurt so bad. I was like, is it still there? Is it? Thankfully, despite the fact that I love Kelvin and Hobbes, I never tried to take a red wagon down a very steep hill, because I saw him do it enough, and it didn't look good. It looked like it ended poorly every time. And I'm not a cartoon character, so that would be much worse for me. It's Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future, don't you remember? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, he's the one that thought that up. Yep. It's true history. He's a real time traveler. I'm gonna clean up the face now, because she looks good at a distance, but I want to make her look good up close too. I like that. Giving her like these like big eyelashes that glow in the dark. since she's based on Viking legend, or Scott. Some of her is based on that. Like it's Scots and Viking, I guess. But I could have done the braids, but I figured since it's both, I kind of want to just keep it. And since she's from the forest, I really want to make her look more wild. So. I don't think the spirit of the hunt would smile, so I'm gonna keep her as a like neutral kind of face, like almost a frown, but not quite. Just like a discerning kind of look, like she's trying to like size you up. Like friend or foe? I don't know. Maybe a light. Maybe a very slight bit of a highlight from the sun on the edge of her face. Oops, undo. And then add in even more glow to her hair to make it more ethereal. I love being loose with brush strokes. It's like I know so many artists that are so much cleaner than me, but I just, for some reason, I just always go towards like very chaotic with my brush strokes. And later on, if I really like the drawing, I'll always go back and maybe clean them up a little, but I like to keep some of the energy from the original, if I can. That's better. Yeah, I like that. Cool. I like her. It's cool. Those are too bright. Oops. Sorry, guys. Oops. Wrong spot. Right here. Oops. Sorry. I'll get rid of this on. And I will fix this for tomorrow, I promise. Or for the next stream, anyway. Oh, wow. We're at 3.5 hours. So, I'll stop pretty soon. I'm really happy I got this far, honestly. Like, wow. I didn't know that I would just come from a concept and get this to this level of nearly finished. I'll probably finish both of these ideas tomorrow. But I'm really happy with this. And the funny thing was, this was just like an one of the one-off ideas I had, because I was going to also draw her other form, but I think this alone is good. Yeah, I think this is good by itself. Too much. There. I like that. Perfect. Yeah. And then I just gotta clean up her gloves are the last thing I need to fix, really. I think. And then just like refining things, but out of her I really like everything. I mean, like, I think I can clean up the pattern a little bit, but this was really fun. I'm glad I stuck with this drawing. I could have tried to do more than one, but like yesterday, but I think sticking to this one, I really came up with a better idea. And I never thought I would go for like this kind of face where like it's like the stretched anime kind of like Amano kind of like art style. So cool. So I think I'll call it, because I'm really happy. Like, this is exactly what I wanted. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and if you're in anywhere near me, stay warm tomorrow. It's gonna get cold. So yeah, and I'll be back again on Wednesday on YouTube, and I'll be streaming tomorrow on Twitch. So yeah, I'll be finishing this up tomorrow, and we're finishing up the other one with the two little vampire bats, or the little bat people, the pixies. So yeah, this was great. I really appreciate everyone who dropped by. It was so much fun. Yeah, have a great night, Art Ninja, and yeah, and Daisy. Yeah, so oh, it was great having you here. So yeah, you two have a wonderful